All right, we are live.
Hello, welcome to the Punk Rock Libertarians Podcast, episode 344. Tonight I'm joined with Jared Schneiderman.
Hey, guys.
And Alex Schlegel.
Hey, hello, Facebook.
And I am Otto, but I think we have one more guest who's going to surprise us. And maybe,
he'll be sneaking on in through the back door.
Yeah,
that's
the way we like it.
He's trying to find parking lot somewhere to get a better signal, or
he's trying to find a kid's playground.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what it's up
fucking
to.
Sears he was at last time.
What's that?
Remember the Sears? Where he was broadcasting? We're like, are you into like a Sears? Like, what is it? Like parking lot? Like, what the fuck?
He's broadcasting from a shopping center or something. Yeah, wonder where he is now. Where's Babs?
Where in the world?
We should make him a website. It's just like whereisbabs.com. You just go there and it's Babs in a truck in some parking lot in like fucking West Virginia.
Oh God.
Oh man,
he's good people. Yeah, we had quite a weekend, didn't we, Alex?
Oh yeah, dude, it was good times. Fucking went hard in the paint, man.
Damn.
Yeah. Dude, we hung out with our friend Brian, me and Alex, and man, we made a fire. I chopped wood. There's videos of me chopping wood. I forgot all about it. We were chopping wood for the fire.
It's lumberjack Phil. Yeah. Lumberjack Phil over here. Like Otter's chopping away. Nice, yeah, it was nice, man. It's cool.
It was fun, yeah. And then we made a fire, and then our guy Fred just decided to throw gasoline all over it. And it just like shot up. And so like my whole room, I passed out last night. It was me and Christina went, and we passed. Like I just passed out in the bed. I woke up this morning. I was like, it smells like a fucking fire in my bedroom. I was like, why does it smell like smoke? Like something's burning. And I was like, oh no, that was from the fire. Yeah, dude, my clothes reeked of it. Like I had to get them out.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, it's James.
Where's Ben?
What's up,
dude? We're live right now, bro.
Yeah, no racial slurs. We're live.
Yeah. Hold the ends.
Dude, I'm you can do a soft not a hard not hard R's. All right.
Anyways.
Oh boy. Well, yeah. So we like had a little fire last night, and then we went out to brunch this morning. We went out. It was pretty good brunch. Yeah,
dude, that place is solid. It's always packed. Got some Bloody Marys. It was good times.
Yeah, bottomless Bloody Marys, and what else do they have? Orange Crushes.
Oh yeah, the classic Orange Crush. Yeah, it could be.
What bar was it again?
This was at what? State Fair. It's in Catonsville.
Yes,
it's a pretty dope place. It's cool. It used to be a Friendlies. It used to be a Friendlies.
Oh yeah. The one across the hills. Yeah. I heard they like. I was
hoping.
I was way gone from there by the time they put that in, but I remember that Friendlies.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's right across from.
We've got a question from the audience. What are y'all drinking now?
Oh, what's up, Buck?
I'm just drinking a kombucha like a fucking hipster.
Kombucha? What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I fucking love kombucha.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's
what
like
is that.
It's like made from tea, but it's got like bacteria in it, right? It's like probiotics and shit, but it's like very sour. It's got like a living culture in it, basically. It's cool.
So, are you appropriating the culture that's in it? Is that what you're doing?
Into my belly. I got this from this is the Kirkland signature.
So it's Costco. Dude, sweet. So it's like, dude, the culture war is in your belly right now.
That's right.
I'm drinking this stuff from Guinness. It's this lemon pound cake sour. I don't know. It's really good. It's only 5%. But it's really good. It just sucks that it like messes. Like my stomach was thrashed. I had about 4 of them last night around the bonfire.
Dude, I didn't get the chance to try one of those.
You should have, because they're really good, but it would jack up your stomach though.
There's too many beverages. I'm just drinking boring. I'm just drinking coffee. Coffee talk here.
Coffee talk.
God, I mixed so many damn stuff to drink last night. I had the sours, the IPAs, I had seltzers. I must have had well over 10 like of all of them combined, ranging from like 8% to 5%. It ended with me hurling in my driveway.
Nice.
So,
I
made it all
to the night.
It was funny as hell because the whole time home, I'm sitting there struggling to keep my eyes open, and I'm like, don't go to sleep. My wife was driving, so we get home, and I held it right until we got back to our place, and I was just like all over the driveway. But it rained this morning, so it washed it all away. So we're good.
Nice.
No evidence. Evidence is gone. That was crazy, man. I don't know. It was and it's so funny because it was like late yesterday and then like into this morning, and it feels like it's all like one day to me.
Yeah, dude. I'm struggling today. But
I'm good.
It was a good time.
I puked and rallied. I'm always good for that. The puke and rally. I did that at the convention.
That's your MO, man.
You also puked while you were there, or
at the convention? We in national convention in Florida.
Yeah, it was so random. Like Otto and I got the same Uber driver 2 nights in a row. Because
how strange. And we went in the complete opposite end of Orlando, and Orlando's a huge fucking city. We were literally like a half hour away from where we were staying in our Airbnb.
It's just like all spread out down there. It's weird. It's like trying to get anywhere. It's not trying to get anywhere, but it was just it was so random. It's like, wait, didn't you pick us up last night?
Because we didn't have the we weren't doing the mask bullshit. Like, because we were like, oh, dude, we don't need a mask, and he was just like, yeah, it's fine. Like, you don't care. Like, he didn't care. And oh, dude, you were talking to him the whole time, and then halfway through, because it was like a 25-minute ride, and I was just like, I got to puke. I'm like, So and we got 5 minutes away from the house. I was doing my best to choke it down, just being quiet, and then I was like, I gotta puke, and like the Uber driver's head, like he like almost like spun completely around. He's like, "What?" Like, and I just opened up the door and was like, all right. I closed it. And I said, "Let's go." Like, we're good. I said, "Ain't getting any in your car."
Wasn't it too like it was weird because they rented an Airbnb and it was like there's so many gated communities down there. And I remember like we couldn't go in the main entrance, and so it like delayed us. And it's like, oh, hang on, Phil, we're almost home. It's like, no, the gate's closed. Dude had to pull over. Yeah, it was bad, but you're still. It didn't affect your rating though, right? Still got
I checked my rating. I just didn't realize that my Uber, like you get rated as well. I just forgot about that fact. So the other day I was checking. I was like, oh man, there's no way I'm a 5. There's just no way after that. But I'm still at a 5. I'm like, wow, 5 stars.
Good Uber stats.
I know.
You have 5 whole stars.
Yeah.
Damn.
Even I puked into his car, I didn't puke in his car. I
got like 4.9 something, but I guess I got one bad. I guess I got 1 4-star.
Wow.
Some bitch.
Maybe he didn't like. Maybe he didn't. He was pretty much an anti-Semite.
Yeah, it must have been. Clearly.
He looked at you. Was like, Schneiderman. Best I can do is 4 on this one.
4 stars, fam.
He's like, I'll give you 1 star, the Star of David. Get the hell out of my Uber. Oh, yeah, anti-Semitism's killing me inside.
Man, I remember driving for Uber for a couple of years. Those were some interesting times.
You did?
Yeah, for like 2 years. It was before I had a truck. Yeah,
yeah, I remember.
I was like,
that.
Yeah, it was when I used to have like a Subaru. So I did it for like, dude, it was actually pretty lucrative before Lyft came on board in Baltimore. But when it was just strictly Uber, dude, I pulled like 200 some bucks like on a Thirsty Thursday, just driving like, that's awesome. Picking up like drunk fucks from up at like Loyola or Towson and just taking them to like, just going from like dorms, bars, dorms, whatever. At when it would like surge, and it was crazy. I'm like, I was paying $20 to go like a couple blocks down the street, but it sometimes could get annoying because you deal with these bitches that are like white girl wasted, and are like, oh, can we put on whatever we want on the radio? And it's like, no, please, but it's like you just deal with it because you're like, I'm about to make like $30 in like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck it, But yeah, those were the driving for Uber. It was an experience.
You've done worse for $30, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've done worse for $30. How are you, man? Good to see you. Where are you? Where are you right now? Where are you broadcasting from?
Dude, I'm deep in enemy territory in Shenandoah Nationalist Park here. I'm in federal territory. I can barely get a connection. I thought I had a good connection, but
no, you sound like a robot right now. You sound like you're in robot
It's
parts.
the feds. The feds are on the line.
The Fed boys
Get out
are
of that
listening.
federal park. Get out of the federal park right now.
They're scrambling
trying to
your
improve
signal.
upon it. So just
Man, try shutting off your video though. That might help.
Oh yeah, try turning off your video, man, because you're struggling right now.
Yeah, you need all the bandwidth you can get.
Yeah.
You need like
test
fucking
1, 2.
cartons of bandwidth.
Any better?
I think I can still see your face. I still see you moving.
you need to shut off the video. That's for sure.
Turn off the video.
Yeah, that's from like a half an hour ago when I started broadcasting. It's just getting.
Your audio sounds good though.
All right,
audio's
acceptable.
Yeah, audio sounds.
We need better Wi-Fi at those status parks.
I mean, I know. As a courtesy to the audience, it's probably better to leave my video off anyway. So.
Well, you sound pretty clear now, man. So that's good. We got that.
All right, let's just go
fixed.
with this. Let's just go with this then. Okay, my apologies for the government Wi-Fi.
Who cares, dude? No one's listening. It's fine.
All right.
It's not like
really
people paid
cares.
$1 for this show. Yeah.
No. That's the
no.
important show.
Yeah, by then we'll have your video working, which we don't even record.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So what do we got in the news today? We got this Biden press conference.
Oh God, what train?
So I didn't watch that. I heard it was bad. Well, they're all
Did
bad,
anybody
but I heard
watch
it was bad in a special way.
I saw the associated memes, but that's as far as I'm gonna go.
As far as you'll
I don't actually watch those people when they talk. Yeah. Did anybody watch it?
You watched it. Bill, you watched it, right?
No, I watched like bits of it, man. Like not like just the highlights. Like, because why am I wasting my time doing this? Like I can do other things like jerk off.
So I'd say we're all perfectly qualified to talk about it. Like I think since none of us saw it, we're now like let's discuss it.
I tried to get.
So basically,
through the first,
he's a senile. He's a bumbling, stumbling, senile old fart. Is that the narrative they're going for?
That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
do you guys buy that?
It was rough.
Wait, that's the narrative you're saying, Phil? So you think what's the reality?
No. I say it's not the narrative, it's the reality. Like it's like this is what it is. Like this is just who he is. He's being told, here, sir, sign this. What is this? We'll tell you later, when we give you the clip. He's not in, like, there's just no way. That guy is just so fucking senile.
Well, okay, maybe I'm a deep state conspiracy person, but to me, I thought this is a great way to get people not talking about the kid sniffing and the rape and the bombings and the military contracts and the kids at the border and like all the shit's fucking hitting the fan for that. Like all the horrible policies we said he was going to implement, he's doing it, and nobody. And what are they talking about? Oh, he tripped going up the stairs. Oh, he can't talk. Oh, ha 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 ha. Right? Like, what do you think? By design or just fortuitous for the regime?
Yeah, a little bit of both. That's a good way of going about. Like,
let's just say this. I think the deep state is enjoying this. They're like, good, just let this be. Like, it's taking so much heat off of what we're doing.
Yeah, focus on this clown
I
show.
think the CGI version was supposed to be working better by now, and they never anticipated having to use Meat Joe. Like they're like, oh shit, we got to use Meat Joe. Like, damn.
Like the deep fakes aren't quite out of the beta stage yet.
Right.
CGI Joe.
Gonna be ready.
Yeah.
Right. But after that disaster with the CGI Joe trial run, like, they're like, damn it.
They're like, all right, we got to workshop this. We got to get that to the lab.
Dude,
like,
I watched the first like 15 minutes of it, and I was like, I can't do this, but it's so bad. And then I saw some of the clips from it, and there was the one where he just he completely lost his train of thought. Like he just went off on a complete tangent, and then he stopped it. Like he caught himself. He's like, did I answer your question, or am I talking too much? Like, yeah, and he literally, he's like, am I talking to you? He's like,
Where are we?
No, keep
Who am I?
going.
What year is
Yeah.
it?
Right, dude, it was so bad.
the president?
And then And he would look down at the cue card. Like, you almost feel bad, but then you're like, no, he's a warlord. Like, how many people, but he basically would look down. You could tell, like, whose question he was going to next. He was like, okay, let's go to so-and-so. It wasn't
there was a cheat sheet. Did you see that?
Yeah, he would look down all the time. Like, he's like, oh, okay. Like, he wasn't looking like, hey, let's go to this person, or hey, so-and-so.
Well, he probably can't read off the teleprompter. Isn't that what they always said about Obama? He was like a master of like reading off the teleprompter. He was just so good at it. Like, this was praise, you know? But I
they didn't even need CGI for Obama. They're like,
oh yeah, they're like, here, say this and do this. Okay.
They need CGI.
Yeah.
Well, now,
Biden,
do you remember? Speaking of these press conferences, just remember, like, think about all the journalistic integrity you find in a White House press conference. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And like, let's go back to W's press conferences. Do you remember the Talon News Agency? Okay, Google Talon News Agency during this is Bush 2. They brought in a gay porn star as a reporter and asked questions like, are you fit? Have you been working out? And they were like, just to get this guy in the audience to throw an easy question, but he ended up being a gay porn star.
You're breaking
I guess
up, man.
That's what they went with.
You're breaking up, dude.
The feds are back on the line.
Totally
triggered them. They're listening in again.
All right.
Yeah, they're like a lot of the questions were straight up like.
Isn't that what OAN is though? Isn't that what OAN was for Trump? You know that
OAN.
That OAN, like that.
No, what is that?
Yeah, look it up. It's like the something American News Network or something.
Yeah, but I thought that was the Canadian show, the outdoor show. What was the Canadian Outdoor Network? That's what I thought that was.
No, dude.
Or is that OLN or something?
It's like a wannabe. Yeah, it's like, Fox is. It's like, Fox is too liberal. Now we're the true conservative.
Yeah, One America News Network. OAN.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, yeah, a lot of the questions, they were straight up like meatballs right over the center of the plate, you know. Mm-hmm. And he still was like, and you could just tell the questions were already and a couple of the guys at my work, because they're all like a lot of Trumpers, and they're like, yeah, Fox News the one Fox News reporter didn't even get to ask a question. I'm like, are you shocked? Like, are you surprised? Like, really? You didn't think they were gonna? So yeah, it was. He clearly has dementia. Like he cannot. He's not on there. It's insane. I don't know if we'll have time, but we should throw that video up.
Why? We should just play it.
We should just watch it. It's so good. Fuck it, do it. It's so good.
It's like a minute long. It's so funny.
It's so good.
So why don't you explain to the fans?
So they had and I'm sure everybody saw them, like the metal Trump, you know, like where they clip a bunch of speeches and, you know, basically doing like Slayer or Megadeth, or so they just did. It just came out, I guess, yesterday or 2 days ago, and I sent it to Otto, and he's like, dude, my head hurts from laughing so hard. But it's funny. They cut up from news conferences and during the debates and everything, probably within the past couple months, and it's like the whole Metallica one. It's so good. Oh, here we go.
I can't remember what it is. It's I can't remember anything. Can't tell if this is true or a dream. Deep down inside, I feel it's a scream. This terrible silence stops me. Now the war is through with me. I'm waking up. I cannot see. Yeah. Nothing's real. Pain. Now, the world's got on the upside. Oh, God, help me. Hold my breath. That's my wish from death. Oh, please, Camelot, help me. Please. COVID is taken this year, just like the outbreak. It's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. It's just, you think about it. You know, the rapidly rising dealing with with, I don't know. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the, you know the thing. I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. You're trying your best, it never feels like enough. We choose truth over facts. And in addition to that, we have to make sure that we are in a position that we are. Well, let me go to the second thing. I'm spoken up. Darkness imprisoning me. I see absolute horror. I cannot live. I cannot die. Trap myself, body, my whole self.
Oh my god. This is
sunshine is taking my sight, taking my speech, taking my hearing. It's taking the soul. These hell to as a.
Amazing.
Beautiful. Oh gosh, touche. I don't know. Let's see who created that. I don't even know.
The end. Oh, he says something at the end. I forget what he said. It's so funny.
Oh, he's got one more thing in there.
I'm Joe Biden, and I forgot this message.
Oh, shit.
Yes. That's the best part. That was. Oh god damn it! Now my head hurts. Oh fuck.
Man, I'm sad that Bab had to miss all that.
I know. But dude, his audio was crucial. It was like the sound of screeching halt, like a car. It was brutal. Yeah, that audio, man. I tend to do that. Fuck God. That okay. So Biden didn't he say something along the lines of in his press conference that he was like in the Senate for like 120 years or something like that?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Oh god, I get in the doc, but yeah, he's like, when I was in the Senate, like 100. He was talking something about the filibuster, and he's like, when I was in the Senate for 120 years, or yeah. You probably look it up, and that's the thing. Like Snopes and all these supposed fact checkers are like, no, he didn't. Well, what he meant was that it's insane the amount of the cover that he's getting from the mainstream and the corporate press. It's pretty blatant. And it's like, no, this guy's not all there. He's just a puppet of the deep state. He's like, they're just weak. It's like weekend at Biden's. They're just keeping him alive, man.
Yeah. I love the term meat Joe.
Meat Joe.
Meat Joe.
That's
the podcast title?
Meat Joe.
Meat Joe.
God damn it.
Meat Joe or CGI Joe.
Yeah, I think CGI Joe was last week's, wasn't it?
Oh, really?
I don't fucking remember. God damn.
I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, clearly. What do you guys think? Like over under that, Kamala is.
It's so inevitable. Like it's just the most inevitable. Like
how many
easiest
days
thing to predict, dude.
I think it's just gonna be. You think it's just gonna be second term she takes over, or?
No, I think in 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, because then that way they'll get because this is what the Democrats are probably angling for. If they can get him to step down, she can serve 3 terms. She can serve out the first term of Biden for like 2 years. Then she can run for her first term the next election, and the election after that she can get another 4. So we could totally have her for a full 10 years. And that would just be because she's such a fucking scummy, evil person. She could, she's just, I guarantee you she's licking her chops at this, man. Like when he fell on the steps, that meme that was circling around. Yeah. Oh, God. It's so funny.
Yeah, I'll give it a couple. I don't think he's going to make it through the 4 years.
You think he dies? Or do you think they just
I just yeah. I think like
just walk him out,
embarrassing.
Out to the pasture.
Yeah, remember like when like the Dems and all them were meeting when Trump was like the last couple of days in office, and they were trying to invoke the 25th Amendment. I don't think it was for Trump. I think it was basically like, yo, like this is real now. Old man Joe's going to be in the Oval Office. What's huddle up here? What's the game plan? Because I don't think think they realize like they propped them up all through the whole election, a whole campaign and everything.
He didn't even campaign, man. He hid in his basement.
Yeah, right. And then every it was just like all these ridiculous photo ops. It's like, here I am, I'm Joe Biden at a steel mill or something. There's like 2 people there, and
all sitting in the little circles with their masks up and stuff. It's so pathetic.
Yeah,
but hey, it worked out. It worked out great for him,
dude. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it. The deep state.
I just think there's a
continue on, and they're gonna be focused on like all the media.
I think he's gonna
on that.
I think he's going to flub on something really big, like maybe not damaging, but I don't know, something like where he says just a complete wrong thing, or he's caught like on a hot mic, just completely saying something stupid or wrong, or something that's going to make him apologize. Then the Republicans are going to float the 25th Amendment. Then the Democrats are like, oh, you hated that when we did that with Trump. And then they're going to go back and forth. And then eventually he's just going to be like, I'm going to have to resign. With all the pressure from the DNC is going to make him resign. Kamala will take over and the world will rejoice.
I mean, he's known for like gaffes his whole career, so I don't think it's like something like that. But it could be something where he just completely spills the beans, or just goes off the rails, or just.
Yeah, I don't even think it's going to require anything like that. I think it's just going to be. It's already planned. It's already like, all right, Joe, you're going to get in there. 2 years in, you're going to be like, there maybe they, maybe they fake some sort of illness or what have you, right? And it's just like, I don't feel that I'm fit, because they're going to let him keep his dignity, right? They're not going to fucking, shove him into the broom closet. They're going to be like, okay, you played,
you served a purpose here.
Yeah, you did what we asked you to do. Like, all right, we're gonna let you go out easy. So you're gonna go up there. You're gonna say, I don't feel fit to hold the office anymore. I put it in the trusting hands of Kamala Harris, and that'll be it.
And you're gonna have a statue. You're gonna have a statue or two at the Amtrak station in Wilmington, Delaware. And a presidential library in Wilmington, Delaware. So yeah, don't let him, like you said, Jared. Don't let him like rot it out and like keep his supposed dignity. But dude, I almost felt bad watching that press conference, but then I'm like, yeah, he's a warlord. How many people are in jail and in prison?
Right.
That are dead? I'm like, you watch it, and I'm like, I almost feel bad for him. But then I'm like, wait, no, he's like, like, well, what's his body count? So
yeah,
right.
Fuck him.
It's like, yeah, if he was some random senile old man, I'd be like, oh man, that's so sad to see. What are they doing to that guy? But
yeah,
fuck him. It's like, I'm not crying over McCain getting brain cancer. I'm not going to cry for Biden having a fucking.
Dude, I remember getting in an argument when like McCain died. I remember getting in an argument with my ex's like best friends, and it was just like a nice like, hey, let's have a nice Sunday brunch. And it was like right when McCain died, and I was just like, I was complete talking to normies. I'm like, he's a fucking hero, and they're like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, he's a hero, and I'm like it was so funny, like trying to have a conversation with normies, and I remember it blew up. It was like. But I wasn't even saying. I was like, just yeah, he's not a hero. Like, fuck him. He's a warlord. Like, what's his body count? No, he's a hero. He served our country. He was in the Senate. He's a blah blah blah. I'm like, oh my god, normies. But I digress.
Right.
But people that hold these people up on a pedestal, it's just ridiculous.
But
so good. He's already said he's not going to leave. He's not going to leave. This year at the deadline for Afghanistan that Trump negotiated. He said he's already not going to do that. Of course, I think that was one of the things he said in that speech. And I'm just like, oh, it's shocking.
Yeah.
Forever war must stay forever.
Got to keep the opium flowing.
Right.
Got to keep the opium, and what else? What else out there? Probably a bunch of mines and oil, and who knows? There's oil in them hills there in Afghanistan. Can't just leave. So. Anywho, what else we got, guys? What else is going on?
Well, speaking of keeping the things flowing, right now we got the Suez Canal's blocked.
Holy shit.
Fucking shit's not flowing. Oh, it's such a shit show. It's such a disaster. This could be like the one thing that triggers a full economic collapse of the world. This
Seriously?
whole thing. As soon as I heard it, first time I heard it, I was like, uh-oh. I don't know. Like, just me and my little pea brain just thought like, this isn't going to be good, because now they're saying they're already threatening the whole toilet paper shortage shit again.
Yeah.
People they're losing like millions an hour.
Yeah, like 15 $15 million a day that shut down. It's something like, oh, geez, I'll have to get in the docs, but it's insane.
I think that was billion. I thought that was billion. Yeah.
What? Oh, there he is. He's back.
Oh,
no. All right. How's that?
Turn off your
The
camera.
far so good.
There we go.
And it's yeah.
Okay.
All right. We're going to be back to audio only. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're good. You're good.
Sorry, dudes. I actually did a bandwidth test earlier today, and it was great. And now it sucks. So anyway,
it's all good. We're just glad to have you.
Yeah, man, great to be here.
And the people who pay money, the good dollar, they're gonna get to hear you in the after hours.
All right. All right. At least they'll get their dollar's worth.
Yeah. So, Pals, we were just the Suez Canal. What do you think? This triggering probably the economic collapse, global economic collapse.
Well, I was intrigued by the art project the captain had made prior to entering the canal. Did you see the GPS trace that the ship had left? She drew with like a dick and balls, and yeah, oh yeah, let's check out the GPS trace.
That it was like going into, yeah. It really looks like a dick.
Whatever,
and balls.
you know what? Like
this is real.
Like we all do what we need to do. Yeah, no, I'm serious. I mean, sure, we all need to amuse ourselves on the job. I get it. You know, like that's probably hilarious. She wasn't expecting. I don't think. I don't know. You know, I'm not going to say she's a woman driver or make those kind of jokes because that'd be terrible.
Wait, was it a woman?
No.
She was factually a woman, but morally male.
So you saw that too. Oh my god, dude, this is so it's bad. They're trying, and then there's like this one picture where they got this one excavator just trying to dig this ship that's like diagonal in the Suez Canal, which is in Egypt, and like there's just one little excavator trying to dredge the water. Like, that's not gonna work. Like that's not gonna work.
Those pictures are insane. Just the size of that ship. I just
18,000 containers on it.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus Christ, 18,000 containers. It's like, holy shit.
There could be people living and dying in there. You know, they use those for human smuggling. I'm not joking. That could be like there's people in there dying of dehydration right now. Like,
you know how much cocaine is like held up on that ship? Like
the
and other
CIA
contraband.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like, man.
That's the billions of dollars they're talking about. It's all
the Clinton Foundation is trying to send their donors their children adrenochrome sources, and they can't get them.
How much opium? How much opium from Afghanistan?
Do? Prince Philip isn't going to last very much longer.
I know. Fuck,
dude.
It still gets the UK.
If this lasts longer, I mean, it's definitely going to have a ripple effect throughout the economy. You know, and just. It was since the toilet paper shortage article, and I told a couple of my coworkers, I'm like, "Here we go again." They're like, "Oh, what now? Toilet paper shortage? What's going on?" I'm like, "You guys been following it? There's just big shit like blocking the canal, like the major shipping route of the world. It's just blocked for days now." And they're like, "What's going on?"
I had an article pop up on my phone, and it was saying like IKEA is afraid their supply chain will be disrupted because of
fuck.
Like
their furniture supply chain.
Not IKEA. No.
It's like, why is this the news item that's Google's deciding to show me right now?
Oh, so I got a bunch of these crazy people who are like, they look like they OD'd on red pills, and like they like blame Jews for everything, and they're like on my friends list. I always get reminders from people saying, I have this many mutuals with them, and like you need to clean up your friends list. I'm like, no, these people are hilarious. Like I keep all the crazies on my Facebook, but they
what's a few Holocaust jokes, right? Like,
right. Yeah. I keep the commies. I keep the like this one random Democrat woman. She added me, and she's like literally the poster child for the Washington Post. And she just says everything. The main, and she added me, and I'm like, and she adds like a bunch of these libertarians. And she just wants so I keep all these people on my friends list.
Oh, you know what? I even had on my friends list an elected politician. Actually, I had several. One of them finally defriended me. But yeah, I mean, I'll let any scumbag on there. I mean, that's what I like. You know, no offense to if you're on my Facebook friends list and you thought you were special. Nope, I've got murderers. I got politicians.
You've got Alex on there.
Nope, no,
not anymore.
Not anymore. Damn. Damn. Well, you've got Phil on there. So.
Yeah, a lot of my cool friends. You know, what's funny is like all the worst people are like they didn't get banned. It's the cool people that got banned and kicked off. It's like, you know, you were just a child molester. You get to stay.
Yeah.
One of these guys shared a picture, and it's a grainy, pixelated picture of like children coming out of the shipping containers, like on the hull of the ship or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and it's fucking, and you're like, this is the Clinton Foundation, this is their doing, and like it's just so funny because it's the most bullshit stock photo of like people coming out of these containers, and it has not anything to do with the ship, and this guy just straight up believes it, and it was sharing, people were making fun of him. They're like, you know, that's like a stock photo that you could find anywhere on the internet, right? Like, no, it's there. Look at the shading of the color of the shipping containers, it matches. I'm like, that's not true, man. Like,
I mean, you can still blame Hillary, but I could help you do it in a better way. I'm sure Hillary. I'm sure there's a way to blame Hillary that's in there.
You guys think there's a conspiracy angle or like motives, or do you think it was just? They're saying user error. They're saying that at first they said a sandstorm and high winds. Now the latest article I saw, they just said it was probably just operator error.
I saw.
Do you think there's an angle? What do you think?
Yeah, apparently, someone said that the Russians deployed a bunch of their ships into the Mediterranean, and then as soon as that happened, like a day later, the same day or whatever, and then the ship, went sideways and blocked the canal, and so now like the Russian ships can't get through the canal, and there was like American ships on the other side of the canal, and it was like someone prevented a war from happening by doing this. I was like, what? That was another
cool.
Crazy
some deep intrigue. Like this is like a plot within a plot to stop a plot, right? Like probably just bad driving. I'm gonna just say probably just some someone that screwed up, and you've got this like stupid centralized system that was way too dependent upon a central canal to begin with, and then like the first the wind blew. Oh no, it's $1 billion a day. Well, they set themselves up for that.
The Russians do have a Navy base in Syria. I mean, they are an ally of Syria. So, I mean, it could be on something.
Can the Russians go in there and just blow it up? Just blow it up. Just blast it right out of the water.
The latest article that I saw today, just updating the situation, how they're still trying to dredge it and get it out. And they got massive tugboats trying to get this thing dislodged. From
tugboats aren't going to do it. Here's a spoiler: tugboats aren't going to do it. The biggest tugboats in the world, like if you start doing the math and you look at the amount of like thrust required, they need like 80 or 100 of this like the largest tugboat that's ever existed. And they just don't have that many, and they can't get them there.
Well,
but they need I think they need land poles, like massive like arrays of bulldozers on either side with cables. And just, like here's a team of 700 bulldozers, each with a cable attached, and just yank that thing free.
Send in the killdozers.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, has anybody called for, like a tactical nuclear strike, like right in the middle, just boom. See how far could we just blast it open?
I saw somebody suggest damming it up. So dam it up so that the water rises up to where it's been beached, and then it'll just kind of like float and like I guess correct itself or something. I don't know.
I'm sure there's only the entire valley. The entire valley would be flooded, but hey, it might work. Right?
We had the boat out of there, and now it's Now it's larger for next time. It's a win-win situation.
Damn it!
Cradle of civilization, whatever. Just flood it.
The fact that you can see like the ship, it's so massive, it's insane. Like, I can't even get over the fact like 18,000 containers. That's just insane. Like I live like a couple blocks.
I heard 20,000. I mean,
it's something like that. They said like 18,500 containers. It's insane.
Yeah, because I live right by the port.
Yeah, I live like a couple blocks from the port of Baltimore, so I drive by it all the time, and I see these massive ships, and I just can't even the ships that come into Baltimore are not nearly the size. Like this ship is huge. Like I'm like 18,000. And where I work, I see the railroad tracks. I see the trains, like the container, like the trains, like the intermodal trains, just constant all day coming in and out of the port. I can't imagine 18, like almost 20 some thousand containers on this ship. And like what Phil was saying, that picture of the excavator next to the hull of the ship, I'd be scared as shit if I was like that you're on the ground and you're looking up and this massive ship is just.
I'll tell you what, those crack pipes I ordered on Wish are going to take extra long to get
here. Those Wayfarers going to, their child trafficking is probably.
Yeah, when's my cabinet full of children going to get here?
Right. Where did that story go? That just kind of just like disappeared. You know what I mean? Like that story was
back
here
when Trump was in office. So
yeah,
it was hard to keep a story alive.
Yeah, but holy shit. But yeah, I don't know. Like I think reading that article today when the US Navy spokesman they're discussing it, like this continues on, this could end up being this could get ugly. So
could. Definitely could.
And they were talking, now ships are they got to go around Africa and go around, and they're saying, now this is going to open it up to more piracy on these shipping companies from, Somalia and Yemen and all these. Who knows the ripple effect of this? So,
well, good for the pirates. It's like somebody's got to win. I mean,
yeah. I'm the
How
captain.
Can we capitalize on this? What other opportunities are going to arise because the Suez Canal is blocked? Like, I don't know.
A competing canal?
What if they don't? This could actually take months. What if it took like 6 months?
It's gonna be weeks.
3 months.
It's gonna be weeks.
Yeah,
it could be.
I think like
the longer it sits there, it could be it's wedged itself deeper and deeper into the mud. I heard it was like 15 meters into the mud already. So, I mean, imagine the friction of that much weight, like sitting on something, and then you got to drag it. Like, so the less floating it is, the more permanent it's going to become. All around the world, you see skeletons of ships that never left. Like, it could become a skeleton right there, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you ever see that documentary of I think it's in Bangladesh, and I guess the country where they demolish a lot of these old ships.
Yeah, they're like the boneyard.
And cut them up,
drag them in.
Yeah. And it's insane. They take those ships and just run them aground. And then I forget where I saw this documentary, but it was maybe an hour long. And these poor motherfuckers getting paid maybe 15 cents a day.
And
they're rocking sandals and shit with oxyacetylene torches, carving up these ships. They say one person, pretty much multiple people die a day on this. And they just bring in these ships and they just run them aground because I guess after so many years, they just cut them up and they sell all the scrap metal. It's the leading industry of Bangladesh is the scrap steel market. So they just bring these ships.
They're kind of ashamed of it and they want to hide it. Yeah, I think I saw that same documentary because they were kind of hiding it, but yet it's they're the industry of that town. So they can only.
Yeah, because a lot of these
couldn't really hide it.
Yeah, because the shipping industries, they're based out of either the Netherlands or various countries, but then they fly under, I think they got into that flagship laws where basically they can hide their money because I don't know, it got into that and just got into the industry and it was insane seeing them cutting up these ships and hanging off the side with torches but it's the lone industry of that country is just the scrap steel market. But yeah, like you said, Babs, that ship could be stuck there forever. This could get ugly. This could get ugly. And it's crazy it's not really buried in the news, but they're not really talking about that much. The silence on it's kind of ooh, this could be bad long term.
But I'm sure the various factions are sitting back there strategizing. We're figuring out how to exploit it. Their geopolitical agenda, whatever. Somehow this is going to get China back for.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just
the ship came from China. And tensions over China. We didn't bring it up on the topics list, but just the other day, something a bunch of Chinese, just in one day, I saw it on antiwar.com the other day that something 18 Chinese Air Force planes were like flying into Taiwan's airspace just within this week. So they're kind of like, there's some saber rattling going on. with China
but at the same
and the
time,
US Navy over Taiwan.
Yeah, but at the same time, like America does that everywhere.
That's true.
Like they do
yeah.
it in every country they fly over, and like it's I don't know. When people say, "Well, China did this," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, America's done a lot worse, and they continue to do a lot worse." And apparently, like that was a big consternation. Spike Cohen and Scott Horton got into it about the Uyghurs and stuff. And I didn't hear it. I'm waiting for the podcast to get released, but I heard it was pretty contentious from what everything I've heard. Because Scott, I don't know what. Because when you sit there and you say all this stuff about China and about how like the Uyghurs in these camps and they're being tortured and they're being experimented on, it comes across as, at least this is my take on it. It comes across as like the garbage you heard that was coming out of, the Pentagon about, Saddam Hussein in Iraq before the war, about the babies and incubators.
Yeah, but I think there's actual Uyghurs, and they're actually like really getting screwed over by the Chinese government.
Yeah,
so
they are.
I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss that at all.
Well, also,
no.
Let's go back to. I mean, if you go back to the Iraq War, right? I mean, there was the only media that existed was state media, right? Yeah. The only media that existed was like the mainstream media. So now it's like if we're hearing about these Uyghurs or these Uyghurs, we're hearing about it from all sorts of different sources. We're hearing about it from Twitter. We're hearing about it from everywhere. It's less likely to me that this is CIA propaganda. I mean, could it be used by the CIA? Sure. I mean, obviously they're going to take advantage of anything, but I've seen tons of posts about the Uyghurs. I mean, I'm not following the story that closely, but I know whatever's going on there is pretty horrible.
Wasn't one of those concentration camps not taken out of Disney's Mulan? Like you could see it where they were like filming near it, and you can in like a couple of the scenes you could like. Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know. I'm not going to watch the garbage.
I mean, it's a real thing. I mean, it's actually happening. I'm not sitting here denying it. I'm just saying, like a lot of these things that you hear, they're just so over the top that are coming out there. They're very unsubstantiated, and they sound like CIA propaganda. Some of the things that I've heard about, like experiments and like torture and stuff like that. And then at the same time, it's like I'm not in the business of doing the CIA's bidding, doing their job for them by spreading that shit. I kind of feel like I'm coming across as like some type of like Q-tard. And I'm like, I think it's up for us
as libertarians, though. We have to, point out the collectivism that's really the problem in that line of thinking. So, like, the anti-China people are going to be like anyone who uses the term like China virus or we're China this. They're these collectivist people. They're all scared of China, whatever. They might try to use that like, see, China is bad because of this. And China's like this one thing to them. It's like one entity. It's one collective. It's got one enemy. It's a one enemy. It's, instead of being like, what? The people of China are our trading partners and they're awesome. And anybody over there who's torturing people, screw them. They're not our friends. They're not our trading partners. The government of China, the government of the United States, these are both just obstacles in the way of the American people, the people that live in China. Like, we need to just not get distracted by all that stupid nationalist bullshit and see what we can do to maintain our own connections, the people of our country to the people of their country, and bypass those scumbags and those warmongers and those profiteers and the looters and the taxers and the tariffs and the blah, blah, blah. Like, screw them all. So, anyway, I don't even know what I'm rambling about, but I think there's I guess the main thing is like that the collectivism of it is really the crime. So don't let anybody spin that into, oh, this is why we shouldn't trade with China, or this is why we should drop
a nuclear bomb on them. Like that's I'm avoiding those people, and they exist. Trust me, they exist.
Well, I mean, it's even more nuanced than that. It's like even if we're obviously against the Chinese government, that doesn't mean we should be launching wars on the Chinese government, right? It gets even beyond just like, I mean, we shouldn't be bundling in the Chinese people with the Chinese government. But even so, even if we're just focusing on the Chinese government, it's like that doesn't mean that it's, that we should be advocating any sort of, violent attack on them.
Right. Just like, I mean, do you guys hear about all those towns that have social credit? Like they're basically social credit scores. I mean, that's and the
vaccine passports. That's what they're going to
do. Like it's like that's coming next. You guys got ready to print out some fake COVID passports?
Dude, there's a headline about like actual vaccine passports coming from Biden. Biden has issued a statement like, "Yeah, we're doing vaccine passports." Did you get? Just saw the headline with Washington Post, CNN. There's some kind of chatter about they're working on vaccine passports, and it's.
Baz, you're dead in the water.
You must have gotten
like that ship in the Suez Canal. You're the ship in the Suez Canal. You're dead in the water.
Or maybe he just got attacked by the vaccine force.
I know. He's talking about vaccines and they got him.
They just raided his camp and just got him up full of microchips.
Yeah, I got the docs here. Yeah, it's all throughout the media. Biden administration working to develop a system for people to prove they've been vaccinated. So, yep.
I heard that it makes your dick bigger.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm getting 3.
Show them your dick.
Yeah, and you get free Krispy Kremes. I mean, come
show
on,
them
guys.
your dick and your donut.
For your health, you get free Krispy Kremes. Thank you, Krispy Kreme. Appreciate that.
So how many Krispy Kremes do you eat a week?
A, stop dead naming me, and B, stop fat shaming me.
No, but
did you see the meme where you get a free carton of Marlboros with your vaccination?
Yeah. What?
Marlboros.
A free carton of Marlboros.
Sounded like someone was drowning you when you said that, man.
It depends on the demographics, though. It depends on the communities. They're like, Marlboros for like, you go into the Black community, you got, boxes of Newports, to incentivize them getting vaccines, It's just insane, but it's for your health,
I have heard of like dispensaries giving away free dank nugs.
Oh, really? For real? Like,
oh yeah.
What? Dude, the perverse incentives for these companies buying in to like push this fucking vaccine. And I just saw a video.
Like kind of healthy though, right?
Yeah, but I still don't want to take an experimental vaccine. Yeah. I'm not partaking. Like, dude, I got into it. Not got into it, but some of the guys in my fantasy football league, they're straight up. Some of them haven't even left the fucking house in years, like the whole year. And I'm like, wow. And a couple of my buddies, like dudes I grew up with, and I'm like so disappointed. I'm like, yo, you got it already? Like, what the fuck? Like, you're not gonna ride this wave out? You don't have to be a hero. You don't have to be the first to storm the beach. Like, what the? It's just insane.
You're saying they should at least like wait some time,
dude. I'm not getting this shit because I'm like. No, I mean, the other thing too, the people that are buying into this are the individuals that even haven't like left their homes or just working remotely and just haven't like really gone out in the real world. That the ones that are like, I'm getting that vaccine, because we got to get it to return to normal.
Like what baseball players died doing that? Who was that just recently died after they got the vaccine? It was 2 of them. Fuck. Oh shit.
Baseball players died?
Yeah, like they were retired baseball players, and they're like, "We're getting this to show our support for vaccine," and then they fucking died like a day later. And it was like allegedly from complications from getting the vaccine or something shit like that. Because there's some really awful side effects. It's rough. Like that second shot is rough.
Yeah, here we go.
For some people it is.
You hardly notice the Bell's palsy,
right? Right.
No, I know a few people that are fully vaxxed and they haven't had any issues. But yeah, some people have like get a fever and don't feel great.
Yeah. The other thing too, depending on like, for example, some of my coworkers were sitting around talking about it, and apparently, the workplaces are going to try to figure out, well, we've got to get the vaccination, or you're going to have to prove it. Or they'll actually use your employment over your head, whether or not you get the vaccine or not. Or, and the other thing too, it's like, oh, you keep wearing a mask. I'm like, why? To hide the Bell's palsy after, your whole face just droops, just fucks up your nervous system, I mean, it's, God, I'm staying away from it. The other thing too, I don't know. I may or may not want to have kids at some point in my life. You know what I mean? And the fact like, wait a minute, this was just rolled out in less than a year. There's no way they could have done it. I'm
We should start advising people like, oh, you're going to get the vaccine. Did you freeze your sperm or embryo first just to be on the safe side? No,
right. This is a hard pass for me, guys. Like
that'd be a second question. Like, oh, I understand a lot of people are getting the vaccine. Yeah, but you still want to have kids, right?
Yeah. And then the other thing too. This is brought to you by the same industry that's responsible for the opioid crisis. This is the same,
CIA.
Well, yeah, but the pharmaceutical industry, they're just pushing shit. I mean, the profits that they're going to make, that Pfizer and who else, like, I don't know, Moderna, and it's just insane that this. I'm not partaking. Fuck that. I'm not.
Yeah, I'll wait till they come.
I mean, a couple of my coworkers, we were talking about that, like, fuck that, I'm not getting it. And then they're like, even if the employees force us, they would like. It's going to get to the point now, depending on where you work, and depending on what type of company you work for. I guarantee, like, if you work in like corporate America, some big they're going to force that. Oh, you got to get it for us to return back to normal, for us to come back to the office, or whatever the case, baby. I guarantee, like,
what we need is, even if you get the vaccine, do not tell anybody that you got it. Like, don't be like, okay, I did it. Like, just have everybody just refuse to participate in any kind of monitoring or anything, like the question asked, it should be like, what's your religion, or what's your, like, none of your business. Just, refuse to participate. Even if you want the vaccine, don't participate in the vaccine surveillance network.
I mean, I think it was, and this kind of just got buried in the news. I mean, this was months ago, though, but the Equal Opportunity Office, or whatever administration, they basically said there is rules that refusing vaccination is not is a fireable offense and won't be held up in court. So basically, employers have the legal right to can basically force the shit on you. And you might not have
you sign a contract with them, so yeah, they can fire at will.
They altered the deal of the contract.
They altered the deal. Like, I never, you know what I mean? Like,
did you sign like an at will? Like, when you all my jobs have always been, you can get fired for whatever reason. I'm pretty sure that's state law in Maryland, at least.
That's
let's just look out and say, hey, the first person that you hear that lost their job or couldn't get a job because they didn't get a vaccination, contact us. Let's start. You know what? We'll start forming our own companies to compete with those that want to do, participate in this kind of bullshit. You know what? If you can't get a job because of it, contact me.
The other thing too, for some companies, it'd be suicide.
I will put you to work driving the van.
Yeah, driving all over.
Something. You know what? Like, whatever. I'm just saying, like, screw this. There's no way to just sit back and take that. Like, you got to just be like, screw that. Be ready to walk away and let those companies, that anybody that tries going down this, where's your passport? They need to have immediate repercussions of a F you and walk off.
I don't know. It frustrates the hell out of me, because
there's definitely going to be a market for fake passports.
Think about it. We're going to be at herd immunity. We don't need everyone to take the vaccine. We just need most of the population, right? Or a certain 1/3 of the population to take it, and that's enough herd immunity. So why do I, if I want to choose not to be a part of it, why are they going to force people to take it? You know what I mean? There's already enough willing idiots to go out there and be like, yes, I need this now. Like, healthy people who are just for no reason, who they versus signal the fuck out of it.
They don't have to force anybody. All they have to do is first tell people that, oh, you're not going to get it. We're giving it to elites first, and then they'll just demand it. And you're like, okay, all right, here, okay. Just you can make people beg for it. They will beg for it before they have to be forced to do it. The people begging for it are also begging to force other people to do it, but let them beg. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, well, it might. But who knows? Who knows what we're going to be this time next year with this shit? Alex will be on the run from the law. Not getting this
I don't know.
For making vaccine passports.
Yeah. Fake passport or fake vaccine printer goes burr.
Well, we might need to have some actual doctors involved in the fake vaccine passports. Somebody's going to administer like fake vaccines, or just squirt yours in the sink and say you're vaccinated.
I mean, I saw a tweet by a doctor and I retweeted it. I mean, it was he claims he's a doctor. He didn't reveal his identity, but I mean, he was clearly
on the internet.
It's on the internet. It's true. But I mean, it's just the fact that like he's just saying, the same industry, that's responsible for it. Like the fact that they just rolled this out so quick and you're just jumping in line and begging for it. Like the fuck's wrong with you? Because it's just insane the pharmaceutical industry, how they just push shit and push. I mean, I remember growing up, my mom worked in a psychologist's office, and the drug reps that would come in there on a weekly basis, just pushing their shit, Yep. And I just remember
down, don't they?
Yeah. It was like when I was in high school, and I remember I'm like, oh, kids want sushi. You want that? Like, I'm like, wow, where are you getting this shit? She's like, oh, the drug rep came in and bought us all lunch, catered lunch. Like almost, yep. It was like a weekly occurrence. And then there was all these leftovers. Like, well, what the fuck? Okay, bring it on. And dude, we'd have so many mouse pads or coffee mugs. And, so many fucking pens around the house. Cause she worked in this doc for quite a few years doing medical admin. And it was fucking insane. Like you go around the house and it was like, what is this pen or what is this company? And it's all drug marketing. I mean, look, if you watch normie TV or anything, and it's always you see the amount of drug commercials and it's always the demographics, whatever demographics they're pandering to, you see all these drug commercials and it's
I love the side effects.
And it keeps going and going. And you're like, well, sure, sign me up,
Yeah. May cause swollen brain and cannibalism. May cause,
it's for dry eyes. That's what it's for, dry mouth syndrome or whatever.
Or it's
some patients may experience insanity. Others,
suicide, suicide, depression, sure. And then that always ends with ask your doctor. Well, no shit. I got to ask no matter what. I can't just go down to
the doctor be telling me why do I need to be asking? That just makes him a drug dealer, right? That.
But how did they get from this regular marketing of bribing doctors to moving into global vaccine passports? Right? I mean, that's a big leap. That's some serious power, and they don't even have Epstein's Island anymore to work with. So how did they get it done?
Right. It's because we let them. That's it. Because we allow it. But let's take this conversation over to the after hours. We still got a bunch of stuff to hit on. It's pretty cool shit. So if you want to listen to that, please go sign up for our Patreon. Please sign up for as little as $1 a month. You get to hear all of our past after hours and all the new stuff. It's coming up. Please check that out. But if you don't want to use Patreon, please check out PRLfans.com. There's other ways to donate to the show, Bitcoin, etc. And we also have t-shirts for sale over at libertariancountry.com. If you use the code PRL or PRL Podcast, you get a 10% discount. If you spend $50 or more, you get use the code PRL2 and you'll get yourself a 20% discount. We're brought to you by Hidden in Plain Sight by Moral Bob, as usual. And until next time, live free
or die.